Fuck it. I was like, where are we? Okay, and I was like, what's up, Bobby? We'll get to that. I see Bob's at least in here. Bob Standard's here. Good to see you. I'm looking. There's one person on Facebook. Thank you. Hi, Facebook. I don't see anybody on Instagram yet, but that's okay. I don't do this. I don't do this for a living. I should, but I don't do it for a living. Asylum's here. Good. Well, I'll be hot dog. Let's chop it up. Raiders or bust. Uh, Thank you there, Bishop. There's my girl, Dory. See? Thank goodness with Dory. I love Dory. And let me see. Actually, I need to check something. I need to check. Oh, okay. They did get back into. Nah, never mind. They did get back into first place. There was a certain team. There's a certain team that the Bishop was just kept going on and on and on and on and on about. Their logo is similar to this. Similar. Who's gonna beat him? Who's gonna beat him? Who's gonna beat him? They're not even the second best team in the National League. They're the third best team in the National League. Of course, I am talking to you about or Bishop's, Los Angeles Dodgers. Matt Marinovich, good to see you as well. I'm going to start showing people here. There's Matt. So we're official. Got Matt in here. There's my girl Dory. Asylum's in the house. Good to see Asylum. And Bob Standard is going to talk. We'll get to Bob Standard's comment. And here it is. The man with what is that called? I can't remember what that's called. A collar. Kind of like a horse collar. And there you go. See? Asylum's in there. Boo! Dodgers. But we'll put that aside for right now. We'll put that aside for right now. What we're going to do. Well, why is this fucking late? It's the 21st. Why am I getting stuff from? Okay. I don't want to know. We are talking. And hopefully, actually, maybe I will get rid of some of these. Get rid of that one. I'll get rid of this one. I did go and do like a clean up my computer thing. Ed, okay. Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. We're going to talk Raiders football with the man. Hi, we got Chris Spags from over there in New York, Long Island. Good to see Long Island's in the house. And John Coleman, a.k.a. Captain Swagger's over there on YouTube as well. John, I can't bring you on camera because, I got all these. I got this tablet and that tablet. And then I got the full camera thing. Come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. We're talking Raiders football with the man that I've really enjoyed meeting at the CTE dinner for Max Crosby. Got a chance to talk to him, and it's been wonderful since then. We're doing things together because this man has got a lot of knowledge from the Bay, the Raiders of yore. Now I have knowledge, but he was there. He was there on the sideline. He was there, watching people like, Kenny Stabler and Daryl LaMonica and George Blandon and, Cliff Branch and Dave Chester, was it? Yeah. Ray Chester and Dave Casper and all that, all the great guys. Not including, and it was awesome because if you look at the photo, I didn't. Ah, fuck! I forgot to put it up here. Look at the photo for the show. He has a picture of Phil Villapiano and him. Phil showing the ring. I have a picture of Phil Villapiano. I came up and gave him a big hug. A big hug. I'm feeling okay. Swags is going to come over. I'm feeling okay. Spags. Hopefully, am I going to see you in New England? I hope so. I got to remember. I got to look at all the people here. WTF's in here. Raider Way's in here. Bill King on the mic. I wish I could be that, but enough of me. Enough of the other fucking bullshit. And now, for your viewing pleasure, the one and only Mad Bomber, Johnny Souza. How you doing, Johnny? I hope I did enough of the intro, and if I missed anything, you're going to
push it up.
Yeah. What else did I miss?
Oh, you didn't miss anything. I mean, been a Raider fan for a long time. Got to go to games in the 70s. Got my own season tickets in 78 as a Christmas present from my parents. So I got to see a lot of good games. I can go over a lot of good games, but when I was a Raider fan, I remember how I started to become a Raider fan is Daryl LaMonica came to our street to pick up the shield, and you can actually find it. Jim Otto has one, Al Davis has one, and Daryl LaMonica has one. So he came to our street, and our street was your typical 70s street, Wonder Years Street, where everybody played football outside. It was a really, really active area. So me and my brother would be outside playing football all the time. And we see this guy come up, and nobody told us, gave us the heads up. This guy gets up, and it's like, that's Daryl LaMonica. My brother goes, no. I go, yes, that's Daryl LaMonica. Anyway, he picked up his shield, and he threw passes, and we tried to catch him. We did. We were 9 and 10 years old. We tried to catch him, and he hung on with us for 2 hours and took group photos. And I'm so glad. I had a fire in my house in 95, and that picture did not go up in flames, and I'm so stoked about that. And just going to the games, I was always one of those guys that, I remember Mike Eyeshide, Jerry DePoyster. Those are guys back in the day. Me and my brother used to laugh about Drew Bowie, this guy who was kind of a, little guy, wasn't so, it didn't look like he should be on the team, and he was actually decent. And then Nehemiah Wilson was one of my favorites. Face, Charles Phillips. Yeah. And then check it out. 5 years ago, we were outside, and one of the ex-coaches for the Raiders moved in next to us, and I'll send you the picture of that. And he was in his waning years. And it's killing me because I forgot the name, but he was Bob Zeman. He was the DB coach. Yeah, yep. and he was such a nice gentleman, and I would get to go watch Raider games with him, and I would just like, okay, tell me about this guy, and he would talk about the Soul Patrol, and it was just an amazing encyclopedia of what they did. And I remember being kind of intrigued with Bob Zeman. This guy had the smile, he was one of those smiley guys, and his wife was just a genuinely beautiful lady. So I got to talk a lot of Raider football with him and find out the ins and outs of everything. And I was just intrigued by that era. I was a big Daryl LaMonica fan, but then I became even a bigger Kenny Stabler fan. And, Mother Hubbard, We
got you, Swags. Best to your mom, and take care. And he says, Swagger says, to you, he already loves the Mad Bomber. So that's coming from.
I haven't grown on him hard yet. So, but Cap, we talk about it all the time. You're one of those guys that I talk with about the old Raiders, and then I had the pleasure for you to introduce me to Tom Gorman when we were at the CTE dinner. And I still got goosebumps. That guy, his mom, Gussie Gorman, was the one who would present the Raider at the end of the year, the last game of the year, who exemplified pride and poise. And that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite games to go to, is seeing that. But just all the old school Raider, I mean, the only time I remember us kind of being a laughing stock, and who's laughing now, is when they selected Ray Guy with the first pick, in the draft.
Well,
Their first pick, not the very first pick, but their
yeah,
pick.
yeah. But the point was, and you actually said, when you said the name, I said, when you mentioned Jerry DePoyster,
Ooh,
okay, Jerry DePoyster was so horrible, people, that when they were going into the draft, all the draft board people were together. Both the offensive team guys and the defensive team guys, they all had the same pick. Ray Guy. They both had the same pick because the punting was abysmal.
oof.
And remember, the Raiders were really good then, so they always would have like low picks. Like they only had like 20, I think it was like 28 teams at the time. They had 28 teams, and the Raiders were picking in like the high 20s because they were always either in the AFC Championship game and not going. So they would be picking like 26, 25, something like that. So they had to wait for their pick. And they got Ray Guy, and everybody laughed and laughed and laughed. The Raiders picked a punter. Are you ha ha ha? In the Hall of Fame, the only punter in the Hall of Fame, and both, like I said, the offensive coaches and the defensive coaches, they didn't even talk with each other. They all had, we need Ray Guy.
Right. Yeah, it was from what I understand, it was a unanimous decision.
Yes, unanimous decision.
And you know what? And then you look back at the draft. How the heck did we get Jack Tatum at that? And we were picking high. That guy was, he was, if you go back, Jack Tatum was one of the first defensive finalists for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
This guy, and then again, he was unbelievable. And the stories that Zeman would tell me about him, and it's funny. The quick story. I go off Culo. My friend Phil Demmel, Filthy, me and him were golfing in Oakland at golf links, and we're a twosome. We're going up to the third. He's coming down on the second, and I go, "Oh my God, that's Jack Tatum and Clarence Davis." So we go, "Hey, can we join you?" And he goes, "Absolutely." So we join him. I didn't say anything until we got to the 18th hole. And I just didn't want to be that guy. I just was enjoying it. And of course, no cell phones, nothing like that. So, this is probably 82. No, probably later than 86. Anyway, I go, last hole. All right, man, I got to ask you a question. And Jack Tatum goes, "Here it comes." And I think that he was like, thought I was going to say another, famous play that I would never bring up.
No.
And I go, "Bro, in 1972, it was the first time I ever cried after a Raider game from the Immaculate Reception. Please look me in the eye. Did you hit him? Did you hit the man and the man hit the ball?" And then it went off for like 25 minutes. And then Clarence Davis thought, "Yeah, man, that cost me $35,000, man. We could end." And they went off. And it was like we were in Raider heaven listening to these two guys talk. And then I'm like, well, since we're all buddies now, what about the Rob Lytle fumble in 1977? Oh, man. And then they started talking about losing rings. And it was just, like one of those days where you're going, thank you, God. That was like the greatest golfing day I ever had. I don't think I golf very good. And just to let you know, Jack Tatum hit the snot out of the ball. He was a beast. So that was one of the things we went to. Bittersweet, the 80 play wild card game when we saw Stabler, Casper, and Tatum come back, and we had to destroy them. And I'll never forget Lester Hayes basically just jumping on top of him to finish it, and then him closing it out with a pick down the left side. It was just that was a great season. I mean, we weren't even picked to win. That was Lester Hayes's golden year right there, if anything. I mean, we had Dwayne Osteen, we had Burgess Owens. Yeah, that was a team that was pieced together a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But
Hey, was it the sum is greater than, or the sum or is greater than the whole, or whatever it is? You know, everybody did their niche, and they were perfect together. Like you said, yeah, Twain Osteen, Burgess Owens. Burgess Owens was let go by the Jets, comes
right,
over and plays for us. Osteen was let go by the Rams, I think.
Rams. Yep, yeah,
Yeah,
let go
uh,
to die.
yeah, and then we pick them up, and look what we did. And by the way, when Lester goes into the end zone, you know, and holds the ball up in that picture, who's in the picture as he crosses the goal line? Dave Casper. You see Casper's name across the back because Dave knew. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. So those were good games, and then of course, I don't really the LA experience, and and it was tough because me and my brother Phil and all my buddies would get in a car on Saturday night, maybe Sunday morning at 2 a.m, drive all the way to LA, and then as soon as the game's over, we would drive all the way home, and those were some tough days. And it's just like there was. I think we talked about Jay Schrader earlier, and there was a lot of guys that were in there. But we're going to talk about '70s Raider. That's for another day.
Yeah.
Jack, who was your favorite Raider? Because I know, I mean, your story is amazing. You're not even an Oaklandite, and you're just trenched in. Who was the guy that just took it off for you?
Well, everybody asked me, who's your favorite Raider? And I said, I can't answer that, because then you have different decades, and then you have the offensive guy and the defensive guys, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to answer that. But as you like said, since you brought it up, since I was from Philly, and I've said this before, the reason why I'm a Raiders fan, I think I got his jersey over there. I have his jersey. I'm not sure if I have it mounted. But the answer to that is George Blanda, because I went to school with George Blanda's either his nephew or his great nephew. I don't remember. Remember, George was old, so it could have been his great nephew.
Yeah, sure.
And he said, "Hey, my uncle plays for the Raiders." And at this time, the Eagles, and I'll say them correctly, the Eagles had people like Mike Barilla,
yes,
and Pete Liskey as their quarterback. That's why they sucked.
Well, you just pulled that one off the top. I actually remember that guy.
Was it UCLA?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, so I remember, because I had, the reason why I know these guys more is I collected football cards. So I would always know who was on the team by whose cards I had. And, Pete Liskey and Mike Barilla, I'm like, and they sucked. The only people that they had that were decent for the Eagles was like Harold Carmichael. I think Charlie Young might have played tight end, and Bill Berge was middle linebacker. And that was it. I mean, that was the Eagles in a nutshell, the people that were decent. And I'm going to say it again. Please come over to YouTube. Thank you for being here. Charlie Perez, good to see you as well, sir. Come over to YouTube. You're only seeing me and my fat belly. You can see the whole show on YouTube. Go to YouTube, Captain Jack Rackham. I Fly Free 18. Good to see you as well. Please come to YouTube. But yeah, so anyway, point being, I love my Phillies, and even though they weren't the greatest team back then, we would go and we would live at Veterans. We walked to the Veterans Stadium right down the street, and we'd live at Veterans, because like tickets were like $2, $2 in the nosebleeds into like the 700 level of the vet.
Damn.
And we'd watch games there, and and we'd watch the Flyers were fucking great, man. The Flyers won 2 in a row, with and I know you have this picture up there of Bernie Parent,
we share the same hockey team. I mean, That's a
Flyers,
story.
man.
So I got in. So we had Cub Scout night, and
Uh-huh.
at the Seals because they would pay people to go see that horrible team. And so the night we go, they're playing the Flyers, and I'm sitting there in great seats,
Dang.
and here comes the beautiful black and orange, and these guys are tough. And I was such a weirdo back in those days. I used to listen to Sports Phone 68 at nighttime, 478-3200. That's how weirdo I was. And they were talking about how they were that they had a contract, and we talked about that with the Russians when they came over to have an exhibition game, and the
Yeah.
Russians didn't want to play him. But they said you either come out on the third period or else you're not getting your $1 million that they were offered for that. So
Right.
I'd already known about that, and halfway through the first period, Dave Schultz just eliminates a guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my team. This is my team. I think I look at those big muscles. Don't get crazy, guys.
Oh, look at that.
Uh-huh. And so,
That's
so
awesome.
the Broad Street Bullies remind me of the Raiders, and they became
Uh,
my team. So that's how and it was. I've watched it ever since. I mean, I can go back to the Oilers Hextall game, the series where he actually wins the Conn Smythe, and we lose the series. And it's been being a Raider fan and a Flyer fan has been pretty tasking for sure.
yeah. Yeah. Well, how do you think I feel? Okay, because I gotta find it. Mike O'Raider, thank you for popping in on IG. Please come to YouTube. James Godley's in here as well. Charlie Perez with Chris Beck. Come to YouTube. You're only looking at my belly. Get in my belly. Go to YouTube. Okay.
Check this out. Anthony Acosta just threw a blast from the past. 1978, Dublin, California, raining day, Frederickson. My brother went to Frederickson. They showed the 76-77 season. God bless you, Anthony. That was a great. Now I remember they had a record out, Crowning Glory.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I mean, I probably bled my fingers replaying everything on that. But awesome, Anthony Acosta, Frederickson. Go East Bay, baby. Go East Bay.
Good to see. And just like you said for your shows, it's good when you and by the way, folks, okay, spoiler alert, that guy's going to have his own show and podcast starting this season. And he's already said nepotism and family and friends, they're going to be on the show. It's his show.
First. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it's going to have great entertainment because, again, his knowledge base, and I sent the word out to Fester, Tom Jones. So it's like I definitely want to do things with you, and definitely want to do things with Raider Fester, aka Tom Jones.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
So we're gonna have these discussions, and we're gonna give you all of that. And the other thing, like Raider Fester, is that guy very analytical on his knowledge. Okay, it's not just me. They know their shit. Okay, they know what they're talking about, and it's good that somebody can see that, and so it won't just be me saying it. It won't be, you're going to get it from people that actually know. So I can't wait to have you on. Oh, is that Hunter Renfrow? Oh, yeah, they just showed Hunter Renfrow in that. Yep, there he is. He's on the sidelines. The NFL Network's playing the. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, fucking. I got to talk to the doc. I do not like the aspect. Hunter Renfrow, the Panthers are playing the Steelers, and that's said correctly too. It's the Steelers.
I love the Steelers.
Yeah, up in Charlotte. So then they just did an interview with Hunter Renfrow. Nice, but I'd rather talk with Johnny. And so we're gonna have these guys. So I'm gonna get with T3 Tom Jones, aka Raider Fest. I'm gonna go get with, Johnny to pop in and do and give knowledge. Probably mostly on Thursday nights. And the reason why I'm looking at that is because we're gonna set up what happened the night before, okay, the game before, and then what we expect, what we are anticipating looking at for the game on Saturday or Sunday, usually Sunday or Monday, and then we're going to do that. So that guy, Mad Bomber, is going to come on, and hopefully Fester will come on. We're going to impart knowledge and things on you. Obviously, you're welcome to pop in. You know, Bishop's able to pop in as long as he doesn't spout, you know, and you know, like the Dodger shit. You know, he gets like, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's passionate. He's passionate. So yeah, I love that.
He's passionate, you know. And then Ed Wood, yeah. Again, you know, we'll see. I don't. I mean, I don't say it's not a guarantee, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna have you both on.
Oh, that would be awesome. That guy's awesome.
But remember, the best thing is that Johnny's gonna have. And Johnny, what nights are you going to be doing your show so people will be able to tune in to your show?
So we're going to do just Friday. Tomorrow night is going to be my first show. And who better to have it than my brother, Steven Souza. He got to grow up and hang out with me. He's a rock star. We'll talk about that too. He went all over the world. Still a rock star.
He really is a rock star.
Yeah, he's legit. He's legit. Trust me. Yeah. I've wagged that tail of that dog so many times since the 80s. You wouldn't even believe it. And he's got the knowledge. We were blowing up. I was trying to stump him yesterday. Finally did, but it took a while. And then he's going to be there. And then then I'm going to do the following week. I'm going to have you on the 29th. And then we're going to go Monday. We're going to go Fridays and Tuesdays after that. And then I got Freddie Blitnikoff Jr. He was a friend of mine in school and after school. He's going to come in on, I think it's September 2nd. It's a Tuesday. He just moved to Texas, and he's doing he's coaching football. Real good coach, and so he's going to come on. And man, it's just I can hardly wait. I have friends that are just so much fun to talk to, and then again, when I go to the games, I stand on the top of section 246. There's a Coors wall there, and I'll put that up on there tomorrow night. I stand there. I get there as soon as they open, so I can go. I stand for the game. I cannot sit down, even though I have really good seats. I don't want to listen to anybody. And where I stand, I actually have a luxury box next to me so I can actually look at the replays. And people leave me alone because I'm a weirdo. I'm like, they got single coverage. Porter's on single coverage. Porter's got single coverage. And then, you know, Trey Tucker's wide open. And, you know, and it's like, and then when I'm occasionally, right, I get to turn around and go, you called it. So if you wanted to come up and say hello and talk Raider football anytime, I'm always at the top of 246. I get my 3 $2 hot dogs and 1 $5 refillable Coke. And I sit there and each quarter I will devour 1 hot dog. That way it sets my spot on these metal, you know, those stainless tables that are like belly high. Yeah, I stand there and I just want to be left alone. And I'm going to, every quarter I'll put stuff out on Twitter and stuff so people can see what I see, because, you know, Cap, when you're at the game, it's so different when you see plays develop and you see, you know, the defenses that are being played this weekend. The Raiders won the toss deferred, and luckily I'm on the opposite side of the black hole at 246, and right. I got to see the defense's backs the whole time. So there was a lot of guys that I wanted to watch and start to get an opinion of, and I did. And you know, I guess the next one we go to, is the Charger game, and my kids are coming to that game. So nepotism runs heavy in this house, just heavy.
Yeah, hey, well, you know what? Like I said, it's your fucking show. you can have a show with, you know, I'm going to kind of do like a Costanza, you know, Seinfeld.
Please do.
About? It's about nothing. I got a show about nothing. My family and nothing, you know, but it's your show.
Yes.
And that's what makes it great.
Yeah. And I mean, I look, if somebody's going to come on the show, pretty much They've got to know something. I don't have to agree with them. I don't agree with everybody. I just
Right.
don't. I
Yeah.
don't. And I'm not that person that goes, oh no, he doesn't believe, I mean, I've had a lot of conversations about several players in the past, 20 years since the Gannon thing ended, and 20 more than 20 years. And we're just I want to hear what people have to say. And there's sometimes like I was unfortunately, and I don't know if you wanted to go in on this, but man, JJ Pegues looked good on Saturday. Look at his stats. Those are all pro stats. And I know we're not talking about somebody who is playing, against Trent Williams.
Right.
I'm not myopic, but I understand that there was a drive in there. And anyway, there was some really good stuff I saw on Saturday. I know everybody's tripping on the cornerbacks, and Carroll actually made a little bit of sense about, there was some broken, there's communication was broken, is what he says. So I'm going to take him at face value for right now, and let's see the communication get better.
Yeah. Well, see that we needed, and you could probably do this because, oh, by the way, because the Raider Wave says what band, which is the segue for what I'm going to say now. You can have a drop of Zeppelin communication breakdown, like right there for that. And what was up? Communication breakdown,
Going inside.
boom, 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 because I
Oh
love
yeah.
Zeppelin.
Oh
So,
yeah. Just give
but
me some
what
John
band,
Bonham. Let's go crazy.
man? What band? Now people want to
Nope.
know what band does your brother play for?
We'll talk about it tomorrow night.
Ah, see, that's called a tease.
Is that what that
That's
is?
called a tease. That is a tease. Just like a prick tease when a girl kind of,
I'm sorry, Cap. The light never goes red; it goes yellow.
no, that's fine. But no. See, for other people, it said if you want to know what band, you got to tune in tomorrow night for the initial show with the Mad Bomber Johnny Souza and his brother, the rock star.
Dun, 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 dun. Everybody's Googling right now. And,
Yes.
and the fortunate thing is for me growing up is he looks like me with long hair.
Okay.
But
Well,
he is a beast when it comes to knowing Raider football. He is unbelievable. I mean, I was trying to stump him. I can't. I got one stumper tomorrow night. There will be a question that you cannot Google that I'm going to pump out there, and I would love to see if anybody gets that. If anybody does get that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking of something, but there's going to be a question out there that you can't find on the internet. You
right.
can, but you
Yeah.
have to look.
Yeah. It's
And
like the my buddy Hot Neil, he would bet me every year. Says, well, the Raiders are going to go 17-0. I said, okay. I said, Hot Neil, if the Raiders go 17-0, I will give you actually, it's one down here. I have an extra Marcus Allen full helmet. I said,
Oh
if
wow!
the Raiders go 17-0, Hot Neil, that helmet's yours. And he would do the same bet every year. He finally said, and I can't remember if he said the Raiders are going to win 7 games or 8. It was a number that was. I had the and I said, okay, Hot Neil, because it's something he could win. I'm not gonna fucking part with something. I said,
No way.
I
That.
will find you. I will find you a mini helmet, and it's only Hot Neil because Hot Neil's the only guy that does every year. Okay. And Hot Neil's been coming on and popping in. So I said, only you, Hot Neil. I will make a bet like that. And if you win, I will give you one of my extra. And I'll have to find an extra, what is it? Raider mini helmet. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I will do for Hot Neil. I will, because again, he's been watching my shows forever. Johnny, I didn't do that. Oh shit. I did not do that. Hopefully we'll get Johnny back. I see him. I swear I did not kick him. I did not kick him. So hopefully we'll get Johnny back. He might have hit something. But Raider Way, I don't know. I got to watch the game tomorrow. or not the game. I got to watch the show tomorrow. Oh my goodness! I hope Johnny comes back, because aren't you Captain never gives the bishop a prize? No, because we know that I was telling people I did not kick him out of the studio. I did not kick him out of the studio. So whatever happened, oh shit, it happened again. Okay, entered this. Okay, so I got. Oh, see, I'm going to kick this one. I'm going to kick the old one. So you're kicked here. Hang on, we'll get that out of the way. So I don't know what happened, but let me know what happened. Johnny, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? We see them.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do. I can hear you. I can see. I can hear you and see you. Oh, fuck. Come back. Come back, Johnny. Ah, shit. No, I never gave you a prize because it's only, well, first off, it's hot meal. That just needs no explanation. It's hot meal. And, you know, when you do 18-0, 17-0 bets and year after year after year, okay? That's why when he actually made a bet that's, I don't know about that bet. So I'm going to bring him in. I swear, hopefully.
What was me. My son was calling me, and then I don't know. I'm going to have to block everybody. This is all new to me. I'm a boomer.
Yeah.
I'm all the studio stuff. I'm up till 2 a.m. talking to Mr. Chat GPT to get all this stuff going on. So I apologize. We were rolling.
When you're on your phone,
that happens.
That'll kick you off. Yeah. That's why you have to use your a computer or a tablet. So
next week, yeah. I'm learning the stuff. One guy that I was really impressed with, getting back to the game, if you don't mind.
No, I mind. Come on, man. We're talking about our Raiders, and we're talking about
Dante Thornton.
Yeah,
but I do want to see him bulk up in the offseason because he's getting pushed around a lot. But he is so smooth. When they talk about somebody who's very, very fast, it's crazy how good he is. It is. I mean, I see it. I see what they're seeing in camp. But if you go back to game 1 against the Seahawks, that interception AOC threw, he didn't seem like he was ready to tackle the guy. So I was like, mental note, let me check him out when I get to the game. And then he ran down the sidelines, and I want a little bit more, hand fighting from him, a little bit more, but dude, he's the real deal. And we can talk about Brock. That's easy to talk about. Colton Miller had a great game. I liked Colton Miller, and I was not ready to give him that contract. Everybody but me was, and he played well. Landon Roberts looks like he's going. He moves downfield. They had Landon Robertson with Devin White and Jalen Smith to start the game. They kind of separated starters, I feel, because Jermaine Pratt wasn't starting, and it just seemed like Devin White got burned a couple passes over the middle. He bit. That is the Niners. They are very, very well designed offense. But oh my God, I'm excited. And again, I'm not making any assumptions. I'm not handing a guy a Pro Bowl. I'm not handing a guy a spot on the team. But Devin White and Landon Roberts really impressed. I know we spoke about Tommy Eichenberg when he was on the field with Pratt and Adams. Adams is that fast as advertised. Jeremy Chin looked good. I'm still want to see a lot more of Polamalu. I want to see a little bit more. I'm going to be watching Polamalu because the safety is important, very important. But I have high hopes. The guy can hit. He can hit. But I just need him to be there just a second earlier. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on Polamalu, Cap?
Well, I love his commercials. Oh, but if you're talking about Polamalu, yeah,
I know how to talk.
No, I'm sorry, I had to. That was such an easy.
That was a sniper move. I love it. That was a sniper move.
That was so easy. Yeah, man, his Head and Shoulders commercials are the best. They're
Yeah,
the best.
I like little
Like little,
little Paulo.
right,
Paulo,
little, right,
Paulo.
yeah. But his was it his nephew? Hey, there you go, Charlie Perez. He's coming up. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, hit me up. You got my number, brother. Hit me up, Charlie Perez of the Black Hole in outside in Austin, around Austin. So Charlie Perez is a great guy. So there you go, Black Hole
That's
member.
for yeah, that's from my cap. Hooked me up with this one. I'm a
Yep,
member.
yep. Be a member. I gotta show. People were asking. It's like, folks, if you're not a member, and thank God it's within arm reach. Fuck, it's stuck.
Here, let me hold mine.
Okay, here you go. Become a official member of the Black Hole. Okay, become a member of the Black Hole. One-time payment. One-time payment, and you're a member for life. And the Black Hole is doing. The Black Hole does events and getting things together for everybody. It's an organization for
Awesome.
Raider fans. Organization for Raider fans. Okay, so
Mhm.
you can be a member of another club. You got like well I won't mention them because I think they actually have you can't be a member of another club being in this club. But if you're in a booster club, right? There's so many booster clubs. Or you got people like TNBC. You got people and other clubs. And that's why I got to refrain from mentioning names. But if you're a member of a booster club, right, you can be a member of your booster club and still be a member of the Black Hole. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing about it. So, but come in, one-time membership, you're in for life. You got the thing that they got the app ready. There's one or two little tweaks things that got to work out, but the app is ready. It tells you all the events, not just Black Hole events, but all the events in where the weekend is. In Vegas, in other places, you will know where's the party. Bam, it's on your app. So
Yeah, they're second to none. I can tell you that. You go around the NFL as I do. In fact, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in Kansas City this year. They're well known, and I mean they're second to none. I love that. I love that the attitude they bring, and you know what? They're so approachable. And the little kids and little kids and older kids and me, they love that stuff. It's fun, man. It's a part of the fun.
yeah, that's why I said I gotta watch three screens. If you're watching here, go to YouTube. YouTube. Go to YouTube. Okay. You can't join. No, you're full of shit, Bishop. You're full of shit. See, Bishop, you know your stuff when it comes to the book of Isaiah, the book of Ezekiel, the book of whoever. I don't charge you on. I don't say you're full of shit on those passages. John 3:16. That's the only one I know with the name and the number. I get it. I don't push you on that, right? Don't push me on shit that I know. You can be a member of the Black Hole and be a member of TNBC, to be a member of the Nomads, to be those clubs. You can be a member, and booster clubs I know for a fact are not exempt. Or you can be a member of any friggin' swinging dick and crotch for female ladies, members of the booster clubs, and you could be a member of the Black Hole. Okay. Bullshit. Bullshit, Bishop. Bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not. I was out of the country this year, and Yankees and Raider hats everywhere in Italy, um, everywhere in France. I mean, blew me away. Definitely more Yankee hats. Definitely more Yankee hats. I think that's just a chic thing over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night with Mr. Rockstars. He would go on stage wearing Oakland stuff, and unfortunately, he's a Calgary Flame fan. Poor guy. Poor
Mhm.
guy. He loves to talk about the Saddle Dome, and I just laugh. And we just,
Okay.
but
Bishop, I'm not cussing you out. I'm just saying maybe your club stated you can't be a member of another booster club. That was your club by your bylaws, but by the bylaws of the Raiders as a whole, okay, you can be a member of a booster club and be a member of the Black Hole. That's what I'm saying. Your club might have had in your bylaws, because remember, I was a president of a booster club, sir. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Unless your bylaws state you cannot be a member of another club, which is kind of chicken shit nowadays. Okay, you can be a member of all these different clubs. Okay, and I know KOS, and I know KOS says you can't be a member of another club if you're in KOS. If you are in Wrecking Crew, I think Wrecking Crew's like this too. You can't be a member of another club if you're in the Wrecking Crew. That's part of their club. That's what I'm saying, sir. Okay.
It's a trip that I've never heard of. I mean, I've heard of some of those, but not all of them.
Yeah. So that's cool. And remember, the thing is, the Booster Club or TBH is not a club. It's an organization.
Right.
It's an organization. That's what I'm saying. It is an organization for Raider fans. It's not a club. It's an organization to bring all Raider fans together. That's the difference.
Right.
That's the difference. So anyway, I don't want to go off on tangent. I don't like getting all huffy with Bishop, because Bishop's, and I'll say this, and Bishop is one of the reasons why I'm still alive. Okay, because if it wasn't for Bishop giving me prayers, and I'm saying this because it's true, if it wasn't for Bishop giving me prayers, if it wasn't for Rujay giving me prayers, if it wasn't for Ken Thompson giving me prayers, because these people are very devout, and I say that warmly, I would be freaking croaked by now. I know. That's what, and I appreciate that. So awesome. Yeah, to the point. There you go. And Matt says it best. There's only one club, one nation, Raider Nation. That's there sweet. You go. There.
That's perfect.
Matt, thank you for tying that up in a bow, man. I love that. So
yeah,
back to
awesome.
you, John.
I like that.
Your Friday nights, and again, the tease is your brother's going to be on because he is a rock star. Tune in tomorrow to find out with whom. And he is a Raiders fan that knows a lot of his stuff. So that's awesome as well. So I will be just text me. Hey,
I will.
If you give me a hey schmuck gets my attention.
Nah, it's not my style, but I'll text you.
No, I say you got to, if you got to say hey schmuck, because hey schmuck is a action notice. It tells me that I told you to text me or to send me an email. It's an action email. So
I feel like we're already in a marriage. I love it.
So give me a hey schmuck. But
yeah, and then again, the question for tomorrow night. Let's see if you got it. Let's see. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Okay. I mean, yeah. It was kind of like when I was with Raider Ben on the show with Avikazi, and I didn't have this mic. I don't know. I guess I'm sounding a lot better than I used to because I got this mic hooked up because it was in the back and it was a pain in the ass to get out. But I had to use this mic. You can hear it a lot better. And so Raider Ben had this friggin' like one of those mics that I can't use yet because it's like you got to plug it into all the sound jacks. And so he was beating me on sound. And I'm like, I know well, and he said, oh, Jock, I can't do Avikazi's accent, and he said, yeah, he like by that much. I'm like, sure, if you don't know, it's a tie.
Right.
Savage is here. We took the little guy to the pool. How long are you on for? Hey, Savage, I'm on for as long as that guy wants to be here, and that is the Mad Bomber. And Savage he was up in your neck of the woods. His uncle formed the black hole with Black Hole Rob. So he knows all the ins and outs of the black hole.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So there it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the good things about it. And it's great that he's gonna be on. He's gonna have his own podcast on, and he said it's Victory Tuesdays. I like that because then I will be
Always.
back. Yeah.
Always. We're not gonna we're gonna analyze, but we're not gonna destroy. That's just not the way it goes. We're gonna find something good out of the game, and then just like I said, I'll put you on the bed. Dr. John will talk to you out of it and get you back fired up Fridays. Just got to be fired up, man. This is football. We should have fun. We should have fun playing football.
Fired up Fridays.
Fired up Fridays.
Depending upon when it's on. I will be able to, like, for example, the first weekend, I'm going to Vegas, or not the first weekend, the first home weekend. I'm flying to Vegas on Thursday. So depending upon what the activities are for Friday, I will try to be on for that one. Again, you'll have to send me a text, and if
it's August 29th, you won't be in there for the first
no,
game.
No. I'm talking about when you do
to watch.
Yeah, your fired up Fridays for the season, because you said it's Fridays and Tuesdays, which we're gonna
do. We're gonna do some fired up. Well, hey Cap, I'm gonna let you go. I really, really appreciate this. I mean, it's been just meeting you. Like I said, when we were at the CTE dinner, you are one of the guys that looks a guy in the eyes and listens to him, and you are just a genuine person and just a damn good Raider fan. I mean, it's just I'm just up in arms to have met you. That was a great night. And just the knowledge that was in that CTE dinner was just mind-boggling, man. I went back to my wife and said, I had the greatest time. I met this guy, Captain Jack. This guy's knowledgeable. He's knowledgeable. He knows his stuff. And it's fun to watch. I don't claim to know everything, but I sure love to hear everything.
Right. Well, that's why I said, people said that, if I went on a quiz show, a Raiders quiz show, I said, I might not win, but I'll get to the Jeopardy finals. I'll be like the three guys or guys and gals that are there. And from my knowledge, okay, it would be, now I got to have four, because I know you know your shit. I know Tom T3 Raider Fester knows this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know Raider Ben knows this shit. So
yes.
Wow. I was like, I have to.
We got to do like Who Wants to Be Millionaire and have a lifeline.
Yeah, phone a friend. That's why I'm saying that I would be that person. And I'm gonna be curious if I know what that answer is. Because I'm not saying
I think you might.
Okay.
I think you might. It's going to be tough. I pulled this on. I've been to a lot of Raider games, and you know how it goes. Sometimes guys want to, blah blah blah, and you're like, it's just I don't like to get involved with that. I just don't care. And man, it's like, you got the black on. You're my brother. I will do anything for you. You know what I mean? And so every once in a while, you have to pull that card out. And it's like, I don't like to do it, but I'm gonna love to do it tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write some notes on who comes up with it, and I'm sure somebody will. But you're gonna have to dig.
All right. Well, Rob Ruiz, thank you for being here, and Diana's Realm, thank you for being here. Come over to YouTube. You're only looking at my face and my belly. Get in my belly. Come over to YouTube.
My belly.
Get in my belly. Oh,
We can have a show of all the old movies, all the old Slapshot. Okay, so my brother and I recite Slapshot daily.
Yeah. And when trust me, during the summer, when it gets where there's nothing to talk about,
nothing.
We talk movies, we talk music.
Yes.
Jimmy Farrell will come in here and talk. We'll talk movies, we'll talk music, we'll talk TV shows, because sometimes there's just nothing on. So you got to talk something, not politics, not religion.
Nah, I don't care about that. I like, you know what, my wife and I went to, when we were on vacation across seas, I go, look, if anybody asks, we don't know nothing. So it'd be like, oh, so what do you think about, you know what? All I know is ESPN's on at 7 o'clock. That's all I care about. It's like, nope, you cannot put the hook in my mouth. Will not happen. Will
Mm.
not. I could care less. I just care about touchdown Raiders. God, I hope we'll talk about Gino too. We'll talk about when you come on. We'll talk about Gino. We'll have a little bit more film. Do you think they're going to play Saturday night? Have you heard from Carroll if they're going to run
I
the starters
heard,
out there?
I heard no starters. That's what I heard. They know they've had extensive for preseason games. They've had extensive looks at the starters, so
Right.
they know, and that's smart that they've given them some looks. They've given them some chance to get get hit and do things like that. So they know that. I heard, and this is one thing that I am going to ask you because Ed Winchell actually asked me and he said that his source up in Vegas, and maybe Bishop can chime in because he's in Vegas, and I get really good information from Bishop and Anna because they're in Vegas, okay, and also James Moore. They are, and these are the words, showcasing. They are showcasing Aiden O'Connell.
I agree. I think so too. I agree. And then you get all these crazy guys on there saying O'Connell for Richardson. There's like all this clickbait stuff I see, and I just don't want to. You know what? When it happens, and we'll figure it out. But I do agree that he's on audition right now, and I think this last game, he's on audition. I remember early last year, the Dolphins were interested in Aiden O'Connell. They were. That was a Mike McDonald thing. I don't think he mentioned it, but it got leaked and into good hands that there was definitely some interest in Aiden O'Connell. Um, it just seems to me, staring the receivers down, it just seems to me that if he doesn't if that open read is not open, and Carroll talked about that.
Yeah.
Carroll talked about what Bill Walsh used to say. We got to throw these guys open. We got to throw Jack Kenna. I agree with you. Amari Gainer. I agree. I was high on that guy last year. And Lakatasi, heck yeah, he's huge. But it's like you got to throw these guys open, and it seems like AOC is not hitting that first read, and he won't take a chance. And then in his interception, he stared the guy right on there. There's a clip that I saw the other day where the 49ers DB was like, "Who's playing quarterback for them? I never even heard of him." And he goes, he sent it right into my hands. I don't remember, Jack. I was looking at it, and I just watched the game again, and from the TV standpoint, and man, he's regressed. It's just and again, this is just 2 games, and it may be horrible 2 games, but that's kind of how Gardner Minshew got the job last year because he threw the ball and threw a pick six against the Niners again in that last preseason game, and then boom, here you go, Gardner, the job's yours.
Right. And I actually think that Savage said it the best is that he was okay in a bubblegum offense. And we've had bubblegum offenses last year or the year before. Okay. It wasn't a bubblegum offense. It was some guy by the name of McDaniels that actually had a real offense. But again, according to McDaniels' offense, you had to do the play that he put in. You couldn't think, right? But last year you had Luke Getsy, and that's a bubblegum offense. So he looked better in a bubblegum offense because it was so easy to he probably had better offenses at Purdue.
Yeah, totally. He had better coaches at Purdue. I agree.
For sure. There.
Yeah, he had better coaches at Purdue. Oakland Raiders Savage super fan. I agree with this 100%. I agree with that statement 100%. I think we're going to see a ton of him, and he may be on stage. I don't, I was a little taken that they got rid of Carter Bradley so early too. They didn't really let that play out because I thought he was okay. I mean, not seeing a lot of him, I would have liked to see. I would have liked to seen a whole bunch more of Carter Bradley. You know, that would have been good. So,
Well,
well, hey,
they went and got, because I kind of think that they did it as a, I don't want to say, they knew his dad wanted to have him. So I think they did him a solid, because I think they knew that, okay, AOC 12 is here, Gino's here, we drafted Cam Miller. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do you a solid. We're gonna let you go, and we know where you're going because you're gonna sign with your dad's team, and he did.
yeah, totally. And I had a little bit of hopes for him. You know, I really wanted to see him play a little bit more, but that's where we're at right now. And you know what? I can hardly wait till football season. This is just having this discussion today is going to make me sleep so well tonight.
Well, before you go,
Yes.
because okay, we are at the 103 mark. I'm going to bring on another person, and hopefully I will be out before the 4.5 hour mark. Oh,
I'll be watching.
he's shaking his head. I gotta say,
Hey,
Hey John, he's just messing with me. He knows I'm gonna be in and out because tonight is a transplant support group night.
oh, that's
So
right. That's the only
yeah.
thing that keeps it compressed.
Sure,
that's
Cal.
awesome.
But you know what, John? He's absolutely right because I'm taking over Captain Jack show on Sunday. Remember that starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday because we're doing the Guillotine League draft with all of the 8 podcasters and everyone else. We have 2 TNBC members that's a part of the Guillotine League fantasy draft. It's season 2, so that's really fun. I wanted to jump on John because I don't know if you talked about it earlier. I missed the first part of the show. I know you got to go to the Super Bowl, right? And you won the Super Bowl. From I just want to ask like your overall experience of that and what it was, what it was like to be picked and what it was like to go to that Super Bowl.
Well, I didn't want to say anything because I'm not that glosser. I was trying to keep that,
Oh, you didn't
I,
talk about it. Yeah,
no,
which is
I didn't.
perfect.
I've never glossed it. I've never glossed it. I can give you a little bit. It was great to represent the Raiders as a Legion Fan of the Year. I was I have 5 boys and I had 2 tickets to the game, so my wife won. It was like I was like, oh, I like him the best. And of course, just like any father, I have favorites. I do. I have favorites. And I went to the game, and it was an experience that probably the next time I do it would be if the Raiders are in. I would 100% do it. But it's an event, man. It's an event. It ain't cheap. But it was, I mean, just the electricity in the air was just amazing. And I did wear my La Monica jersey, and the guys were there was some guys there that was really, really cool. I got invited to Guy Fieri's barbecue, and just there was a few things that I got the perks to go. There was my wife and we were invited to the Sports Illustrated night, right? So here I am with my Raider shirt and my Raider pants, and here comes all these 20 and 30-year-old kids dressed up. All these girls are in their like Prince gowns and stuff. And so I look at her, I go, I think we're not going to this one. And so we ended up not going to the Sports Illustrated one, but the game is electric. And unfortunately, the Eagles got jobbed on that one. And totally jobbed. But it was a fun game. That was a great game. And I've always been a big fan of Jalen Hurts. I wanted him on the Raiders badly.
Yeah. Right.
Badly. So, but it was a lot of fun, man. It was great to represent the Raiders. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. No. I mean, whenever we have guests on, I try to at least do a tiny bit of research. Yeah, believe it or not. So, but the other thing is, I always notice that you do wear the Athletics hat. I grew up in Alameda, California, so it was hard not to go watch the A's, especially back in the late 80s to early 90s and even in the 2000s when they were making their runs. How do you feel overall about the A's now coming to Las Vegas? And here in Las Vegas, and I know Cap gets a lot of his information for all the other people. He never mentions me though, even though I'm right here too, giving him info.
He mentioned you. We spoke. He mentioned you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. But what we're hearing here is we still don't even know who's exactly going to fund the stadium. So there's still a lot of questions as to is that stadium going to get built or not. But let's go with the narrative that it's a positive. The stadium will be built. It'll be ready by 2028, I think is what they said. Mm-hmm. So are you excited about the A's coming here? Are you excited about baseball coming to Vegas?
I love the A's. I really do. I'm an athletic supporter. And I got to watch all those games in the 70s, just like we were the city of champions. You were in Alameda, one of the most beautiful places in the Bay Area. I was a Dublin boy. So, I mean, we were East Bay. We loved the Raiders. We loved the Warriors were good. Rick Barry, Nate Thurmond, Gus, Alvin Adels. There was such a spark in Oakland at that time. And then the A's, I mean, they were the nasty A's. I mean, they were great. But I'm not a fan of Fishers, and I'm not going to get negative about it. But they had a deal to stay in Oakland, that multi-use stadium with the A's and the Raiders, and Davis spent the money to get all that, the lawyers and all the reports out, and then this guy backs out at the last minute. So that's why Davis has got an HO for this guy, and readily so. But you know what? I used to hear the same thing about Al Davis. I heard the same thing about the Warriors owners, and it's like, I like the team. I'm not going to give up on the team just because you got some guy that's, kind of out of control. I knew they were going to trade Miller. I knew it. And I hate it. A friend of mine's husband works for the A's. And last year I go, oh, when's Miller going to be gone? And she's like, never. Unfortunately, I hate that. I hate it. But you were talking about the Moneyball years, and those were fun years. The 2000s. They had who are the three pitchers they had? They had Mulder,
Hudson, Zito,
and Mulder.
Barry Zito had that beautiful curveball.
And this is from somebody that doesn't fucking live there. Okay.
Sniper. And then just the Bash Brothers, that was so huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have a pennant in my garage. It says 2 million fans. Thank you, A's.
Right.
You had 2 million fans.
Yeah. Now, and you probably remember even when I remember growing up there, and Dollar Wednesdays was the thing.
Yeah.
Right. That was one of the things that you got to go to, and it was cheaper to get the ticket than it was to get the hot dogs and everything else.
Remember the Warriors had the $2. The Warriors had the $2 Tuesdays.
I remember going to those. The $2. Yep, I totally remember when before they were that good. They were. But during those Tim, Mitch, and Chris years, the Run TMC years,
Run TMC,
Run TMC was super fun. But I mean, it seems like all of these teams are now coming here to Vegas, and from what I've heard, because baseball, and Captain Jack, he's a Phillies guy, but baseball, I guess, is one of those sports that travel a lot. So they somehow believe that by having a baseball stadium here, it won't necessarily be A's fans that will come to watch, but like if the Yankees are in town, then a bunch of Yankees people will have a reason to come to Vegas. And if the Phillies are in town, and then that's kind of how they're seeing it. So,
well, my worst nightmare is that the A's will be playing the Royals on a weekend. We play the Chiefs, and then it's even going to be harder. I have nightmares about that, and I'm not going to get into that because I won't. But I'll tell you what, I love my A's. I'm going to stick with them, and till death do us part, man. I won't quit on them. I live in San Diego, so I do a lot of Padre games, and they're an exciting team in a beautiful park. But I did see the rendering for the A's Stadium. It's going to be fantastic.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah. If
Supposed
it's
to be.
built, if it's built.
If it's built.
This
Yeah.
guy's backed out on everybody. He may just be setting this up to get rid of it for somebody else to bring it across the finish line.
Right. Right. Hey, I mean, whatever gets it done, and we're getting used to being the town that wins a lot, because the Golden Knights won a Stanley Cup already. The Las Vegas Aces has already won 3 world championships. Our college teams are starting to do well now too. So, and I keep telling Captain Jack this, that my belief and why I'm okay with us not doing so well this year, if it pans out that way, is this is year 0, as Captain Jack calls it. And as long as by 2028 we're a Super Bowl team, that's when it's supposed to come all the way back around to Allegiant Stadium anyways. And
I agree with
would
you.
it be? Yeah. How
I
awesome
agree
would it
with you.
be to be a Super Bowl contender in the same year that the Super Bowl is going to be at Allegiant Stadium? I mean, if you're ever going to, if
That's
you're
a
the
dream come true.
NFL, if you're the NFL and you're trying to write a script, there's no better script than, if you're ever going to give a chance for Raider Nation to be back, give it to them, finally in Las Vegas, right?
I actually think that that's probably predestined. That if the Raiders are even a semblance of a decent team by then, because the NFL, it's not a sports franchise, it's an entertainment franchise.
I hate hearing that. You're right, but yeah, I hate hearing that.
But there are things that are so scripted, and I will give some flowers to my buddy Sharif Saleh Khan, who says, if you don't think that the Buffalo Bills are going to represent the AFC this year, then you're not reading the tea leaves. They don't leave the Eastern time zone for their games, for like maybe one time. And all their hard games against Kansas City, against Cincinnati, against the Ravens, they're all at home. They're all home games.
Wow.
So they don't leave Buffalo, okay? And if you can have those when your tough games are even at home, it's kind of scripted for that. So I really got to give them gloss on that, because that's true. By the way, I'm going to pat myself on the back. But one other thing before I forget, Angelo, the reason why I don't readily mention you for sourcing in vet is you're a fucking co-host, and it would look bad.
That's true.
I get a lot of good information from you, but you should fucking know it because you're a co-host.
That's
okay.
True.
And I also say all of the little shorts that these channels, that when you have time, who does my shorts? It's not me.
Right.
It's you. So I always give you credit, or at least I should say, I hope I give you the credit that is due, because if I didn't do it, or I say I got this information from this person or that person, the other person, it's not me. I'm not a fucking TMZer, as John likes to say. And I won't mention who those people
My
are.
favorite saying.
Yeah, I'm not a TMZer. I talk and I give gloss to whoever has it. So that's one reason why. But I'm gonna fucking break my hand patting myself on the back.
Yes.
This time. Johnny,
yes.
When you showed your room, and there is a nice little, because I got the same one in for the Oakland Raiders. I got the same one.
Oh, I love that one. That's the Danbury Mint.
It's a Danbury Mint, and it's up. And I even said, looks like the 72 Athletics to me. He goes, yeah. And I
nailed every player. Nailed it.
I got every fucking player.
Wow.
And it was a not even a close-up view. I said, well, that's Dick Williams. That's Raleigh Fingers. That's Catfish Hunter. That's Campaneris. That's Joe Rudy. That's Gene Tennis. And I went boom, 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 boom.
Wow. Is it safe to say your baseball knowledge might be equaling your Raider knowledge?
Not
A's
quite.
Knowledge. Not A's knowledge for sure.
Okay.
I was at this is great. I was at the horse races today because I'm a degenerate gambler for horse racing. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Anyway, so this guy goes, Raiders. I go, well, who's your team? And he was an older gentleman. He goes, Kansas City Chiefs, man. I go, oh, that's killer. Hey, what do you think about your running back in the 70s? I used to love that guy. What was his name?
Oh, Ed Podolak.
You mean Ed Podolak? Yeah, that guy.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
it's like, okay, all of a sudden that guy went to go get a hot dog. So
Right.
that kind of stuff. But on baseball, I mean, I'm more A's. And then just like Captain said, I used to get baseball cards and football cards. So that's what I would remember, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so and I would look at their stats. I mean, and just go and just I would as an idiot, I would put my rubber bands around them to ruin them per team in alphabetical order. So now they're worth nothing, So I'll let my kids have
I
them.
hope you never ate the gum. Remember the bubble
loved
gum?
the gum. That was the best part.
I did my teams by this. I said if they were American League, the first person on top was the designated hitter. Why? Because they're not a position. So I would go designated hitter, first base, second base, shortstop, third, the outfield, then the catcher, then the pitchers, and then like the manager and the team photo. And that's how I did my baseball cards for
Wow.
And like you, I rubber banded them a lot. So
some of them ended up. Some of them ended up in my Schwinn Harley. So it sound cool when I was going to the pool or something. I used to put them in my spokes so they could hear with clothes. What are they? The little clips. Clothespins. Yeah. That's back in the 60s, y'all. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, so one last thing, because I know you were
Sure.
about to go also, and I'll be jetting out. But the podcast that you're doing is called the Mad Bomber
Podcast. Yes,
and everybody could follow it on at Mad Bomber Podcast on YouTube.
On YouTube, and then also on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, and then Twitter, X, whatever it is, at Mad Bomber Pod 3.
Okay, and then I'm already following you on Instagram, so we could connect there,
Okay,
John.
cool.
And when do the shows air?
So every show is going to every Friday night moving forward is going to be 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then starting on Tuesday, February 2nd, we'll start the Tuesday show. So it's going to be Fired Up Fridays and then Victory Tuesdays.
Okay, cool.
Because it takes me a while to get home from the games, and then I got to edit and and being the boomer, like I'm Mr. Chat GPT all night long. I need a video guy over here, but I'm learning it, and you know what? I can tell you, it's only going to get better.
Yes. I was taking a nap today.
I know you were. I had to,
and it's like it's like Johnny calls me so early, and then 5 minutes later he calls me, and then so he's like my wake up call. Okay, until I finally answer the phone. I'm sorry, it's such a great story. I had to drop it, John.
Oh, I love it. So,
it's like, well, fuck, but I'm done. I'm getting up now. Okay, it's like, and I was surprised because normally it's my buddy Ed Winchell, because Ed Winchell will hit me up like at 6:30 at night Eastern, 3:30 his time. He did call me today. He said, "Oh, you're having a show. I will be there." And I'm sure Ed Winchell, I saw him here. He's probably here. So I love the people that are here religiously. So that's the religion. That's the religion I talk about, is the people that are here. I appreciate all the people that are here. And yes, I appreciate the bishop, because the bishop is here a lot. If it wasn't for the bishop and Angelo, when I was on hiatus at my job that I didn't get, when I was in school to be a truck driver, it wasn't the Ace Trucking School. It was something like it. These guys had the channel because I had to get up early and I couldn't do the show. So Angelo and Bishop, they had the keys to the kingdom, and this channel still survived without. So I appreciate my people. I yell at them, but it's because I'm a salty fuck, and that's not hate. It's just me.
Love.
It's me.
Love.
Yeah. So
We don't yell that much in this show, though.
I've been
John.
watching this show. I've been watching this
Yeah.
show since CTE weekend, and it's just hilarious. It's fun. But like I was saying earlier, I didn't know if you catch it. I stand on at the top of 246. Anybody, especially yourself, please come by and we could really chew the fat. I would love it.
Okay,
And I'll
cool.
buy you a $2 hot dog. I mean,
are they less expensive up there?
No. So there are spots. There's a Coca-Cola section on the third deck, and there's a Coca-Cola section on the second deck. But also where I stand at 246, they just their concessions have $3 nachos. Don't quote me on that. They have
Okay.
a $5. They have a $5 pretzel that's amazing, but they're $2 hot dogs. And my fat belly loves to eat 3 of those after every quarter. I
Now,
love those hot dogs.
John, I didn't ask you this yet, but are you also going to the Patriots game? Because Captain Jack's going to the Patriots game.
I won't. I'm gonna. The only one I have booked right now is going to be Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something going on family wise that doesn't make me. But Cap and I got tickets row 1, seat 1 and 2 in the corner of the end zone in Arrowhead Stadium, and I'm looking so forward to that.
Wow.
So I've never been
Wow.
to Arrowhead. Never.
Oh, that's nice. No, that's awesome. That is amazing.
When you walk in, and I will, if it's colder, it'll be less chains, because the more chains I have, the more fucked up fuckity fucks the security people are. So I've learned that it's okay. You're gonna fuck with me there. So I have to have the plastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I gotta wear the plastic stuff because they're fucktwats, and that's just the way they are. And
I think we're going to be okay, Cap. I think the weather it's the middle of October, and that's kind of the reason why I haven't ever gone there, because it seems like we're there in December or November, like the day after Thanksgiving or Christmas and stuff. And I just don't want to. I just don't want to go there when it's cold. I'd like to. I heard the barbecue's amazing. My son and I are just been talking about that, so that's what I'm really looking forward to, is having some good food, and then you and me chewing the fat all day.
I will hook up with Robert Bigler, and I know Angelo remembers the name Robert Bigler. He's my Kansas City buddy. His aunt makes the best chocolate chip cookies.
Well, I'll be the judge of that, because I love chocolate more than I love chocolate. I love chocolate. I'm a chocoholic. So
guys, Mad Bomber podcast, it just started of June of this year, 2025, and please subscribe. I've already subscribed. We want to get our dear friend John as many subscribers as we can, as fast as we can. And Friday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, they'll be doing contents. Are you doing one tomorrow? Are you doing one tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow night.
The premiere. This is the promo
premiere. Yeah, I got the red carpet out, so it's going to be a good show. We're going to definitely go down memory lane tomorrow night for sure.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for letting me ask the questions.
Oh man, I love it.
I'm glad that I was the first one to ask you about that, because I think that's super awesome that you actually got to go to a Super Bowl. You know, there's certain things that, like, in your lifetime, right, that you hope or you wish, like, for example, the 2028 Olympics is happening in your neck of the woods in LA. That's something that the Asawa Captain Jack wants to try to do if everything will work out. Because, you know, how many Olympics are we ever going to really get a chance to say we got to at least walk through it one time in our lives, right?
Well, I live an hour away, you know, my casa su casa, so it's all good.
Yeah, and then as I've tried to explain to Captain Jack, if you've lived a certain number of your life and you still have not gone to at least one generational fighting event, you have to do it at least one time, because then, you know, you would have passed up on the Leonard Haglers and the Hearns Hagler and everything. So we got one coming up at Allegiant Stadium. I don't know if you'll be there, John, but Canelo Crawford, which will be on Netflix. The buildup for it is picking up even more and more now. they're talking about, and again, I'm still waiting to find out about this, but from what I understand, from what I'm hearing, they've already announced that they're on just the day of. So the people that bought tickets for September 13th, the event starts at 2:30 because there's 10 fights. 10 fights, and they're all amazing already.
Wow.
So straight through. So it's one of those events where you don't know what movie actors from Netflix or stars are going to be walking around.
Oh yeah,
so
that'll be
take
fun.
pictures and say hello. So they're making it an event. But the other thing is, the rumor right now that they'll announce hopefully by next week is supposedly the Friday event. There'll also be a Friday event at Allegiant, and then there'll also be a Thursday event at Allegiant. And what we're all waiting to hear is if the people who first bought tickets could also be allowed to walk in and out on Thursday and Friday, because that would be
awesome.
That would be a first time ever. Now they did do this isn't necessarily unprecedented, because in LA last year, the same group they did a fight at BMO Stadium. They created BMO Stadium, is the soccer event, right?
Yep.
They did a whole concert with Eminem. The people that went that I talked to said it felt like you were going to kind of like what's the old 60s festival, Captain Jack, where everybody
Woodstock.
Thank you. It was kind of all right. All right. So
I got you, Cap.
Yeah, I'll handle that one. By the way, he's older than me. Okay.
Right.
I know I look a hell of a lot older than him, but he's older than me. So what's that event, Captain Jack? You're old as fuck. You should know what Woodstock is.
Right. So no, but I was saying that they made it feel like an event. So they did things like they did free fights at the Santa Monica Pier that people could go watch for free, and they kept doing stuff like this. So this is a year later, and the Allegiant Stadium event again. If you end up going, they're talking about you may be looking at a total of 20 fight event.
Wow.
10 of the fights are on the Saturday. There might be like a 5-fight event on Friday, then another 5-fight event on Thursday. It might be accessible to all the people that have already bought tickets for the Saturday event. And the other thing we're waiting to hear is if there indeed is some kind of surprise concert singer or something.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Yeah, they're really making it into an event. So we're waiting to hear from that. But that if you're not planning on going, you should think about it and start looking into it, because it's literally going to be the fight of the century, and it's the first time we'll have a stadium event.
So cool. It is so cool. Yeah, my kids are way into it.
Oh, really? Into the fight game? Wow.
Oh, yes. We've been talking about the Canelo fight for a while. Now we just got to make it happen.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I might have a connection, just so that you know. I might have a connection on some really good seats where you don't have to pay for fees and whatnot, and it's a very, very, very fair deal.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that would be great, man. Have Cap give you my number.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Are your kids wealthy?
Wealthy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're good. They're hardworking children. Okay. Yeah. Very hardworking children. They do very well for themselves. I got 5 boys, and I could never be prouder. Every one of them is just a good kid. They are amazing. I love them all. Of course, I have favorites. Always have favorites. But
right.
And I got grandkids. I got a beautiful granddaughter, Kira, who allegedly is watching me tonight. And I have 2 new ones. So we'll get into that tomorrow night for sure too.
That's awesome. Well, so again, guys, everybody watch the Mad Bomber podcast Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Captain Jack, you're going to be there also, right? My Mad Bomber podcast.
Well, I'm not on tomorrow night because his brother, the Rockstar, is on, but I will be tuning in. Hopefully, I'll be in the comments.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then the 29th, we will have Cap on.
29th.
We will continue this mayhem.
Great.
And I
Well,
would
thank
love to have you on as well. Believe me, we'll schedule time because you asked some really, really, really good questions. And being from Alameda, I guarantee you we have some crossover stories.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And if you ever have, you said your sons are really into the combat sports space, right? They love
Oh, they are.
boxing and MMA. If you ever want to put me and one of your sons or both of them on your podcast, I could talk. Captain Jack will tell you. I could talk to them about boxing all night and MMA if they want to talk about that too. But if you're a
Absolutely.
historian, if you're a bit of a historian for boxing, I could really go deep on that.
Oh man, we can go Wilfredo Benitez. We can go all the way back to
Maybe
I remember Edward Rosario. You know, I my very first memory of fighting is the very first Ali Frazier fight.
That's amazing. That was
and,
on
well,
a
it was-
Monday night, Captain Jack, 1971 on a Monday night. That's
and
crazy.
and we were listening to it on the radio, and all they would say is, and they were still calling him Clay on the radio, and they, I didn't remember who was announcing it. Clay won that round, and we got the 3, and then and then they had the rematch, and then remember George Foreman was from Hayward.
Yes, I always. You know what? I just did that. We were doing on one of the boxing podcasts. I've been doing a ton of them the last few days because of the announcements with Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. But I was saying that they keep claiming George Foreman from Texas. They always say, "Well, he's from Texas," and I'm like, technically, he's from Hayward. If we're, like George.
And there are a
Foreman
lot
did-
of George Foremans. There are all his kids were named George Foreman.
That's right.
So
That's
that
right.
could be a true story. So
Yes.
Well, all
Yeah.
right, guys. Thank you so much. This was a great night. I look forward to this all day long. I hope I didn't disappoint.
No. I'm sure you were great, Cap. I'll let you close it out. I wanted to jump in and support, and I want to ask you those questions. So thank you for that. And Cap, I'm going to go to Liver Transplant Sport Group now. So I will talk to you later on, Captain Jack. Talk to you later on, Mad Bomber.
See you at top of 246.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
That's Angelo, thanks again, sir. And again, he's on this channel Sunday. He's going to be doing the draft. So if you're waiting for me at 9:00 Eastern, you're probably going to be waiting a while because I think he says it's on at like 8 or 8 Eastern will be 5 Pacific. I know for a fact that those drafts go 2 hours minimum.
Oof.
Minimum. So I will be on after the show. Somebody can wake me up. I said I'll be on the Sunday show, but I told Angela, I said yes, have the draft. So that he does enough where he can do that. Plus, people like fantasy stuff. I don't do that.
I can't root for anybody on another team. We'll never do it. Never do it. Never.
It's a lot of work too.
Totally. It's a lot of work, but I just, no, I'm not going to root for a guy to get a touchdown if he doesn't have a silver and black jersey on. Just won't do it.
My fantasy team is the Raiders. That's my fantasy. So I hope to have that. And again, John, I don't want to keep you here because I know you got things to do. And I thank you again. Remember, John's going to be joining me on Thursdays during, when we kick off the year. And then obviously John will be here. I'm going to try to get Fester, Tom Jones, T3. I'm going to get him so we can talk analysis of what happened. I was almost going to say what bullshit happened the previous game, but hopefully, God, fucking medicine. I got to talk to my doc. What happened the previous Raiders game and what we expect to happen the next Raiders game. So we'll have that. Johnny will be on there, and T3 will be on there. Angelo will pop in. So we're going to have good analysis. And we're going to have people chiming in because when John leaves, I got a good 20 minutes that I'm going to open it up, so people can pop in. So it's not like I forgot. So you can pop in. But Johnny, I appreciate you being here, sir.
Are you kidding me? My pleasure. You're a gentleman. It's my pleasure, man. It's my pleasure.
No, it was, and I want to officially apologize to Bishop if I got a little hostile tonight. But again, I'm going by my knowledge, and he has his knowledge. So I'll just leave it at that. But again, I remember what to say. The Black Hole is a fan organization. It's not a club. It's a fan organization. So please get your membership there. Johnny, I'll let you go, sir. And again, thank you.
Take
Tomorrow
care.
night.
Hey, thanks a lot, brother. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
No, it was great. Thanks again, sir. We'll see you.
Thanks.
Hoorah. That's Johnny Souza, the Mad Bomber. I will have do you want me? I can kick you. I'll kick you. There we go. I removed. Anyway. Was it Wham? Wake Me Up Before You Go? The band no, Raider Way. This guy's a rocker. This guy is a rocker. Okay. So you don't have to worry about was he in Kajagoogoo? Was he in Aha? See, I know those fucking soft things. Captain, you must watch the Dallas Cowboys doc. Okay, I'll do that. Maybe. I know. I know you were joking, sir. I know you were joking. Sometimes I get, If you don't know me by now, I mean, you people that know me, this is me. I have fun. I'm a little sharp at times, but I think that I'm overall cool. It's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix because I have Paramount because of Paramount has Star Trek. Okay. Paramount has Star Trek, so I have Paramount. I have the Peacock because they had sports. And I have Prime. I have Prime because of Amazon. So I have Prime. So I have those three, and I might get Netflix. Maybe, but I absolutely positively don't need it right now. Okay, Devo. Okay, you're not selling. I know, but yeah, Devo with the flower pot hats. I remember. For maybe, yeah. I'm not really worried. Okay, I've said it. I'm gonna put. If you want to come into the show and talk about what you want to talk about, Hot Neil, good to see you, sir. Pasting that. So we got, if you want to come into the show, for you over here, please come to YouTube. Please come to YouTube. I say this every show. I say it every show. Hit the link. I am Kajagoogoo. Aha. There's some really bad. What was it? My Sharona they were one-hit wonders. They with the Knack. They actually were a rock band. I will give them that. Okay. So yeah, there's some really god awful ABBA. They got good music, but it's like most people won't admit to liking ABBA. But their songs. I like ABBA. But okay, quickly. We're gonna be hearing from Hot Neil. Hot Neil, how you doing, sir?
What's up, Captain? I'm sorry I came on my mom's phone because somebody put a virus and I could log into the page.
That's fine.
And I can't come in live, so I'm coming live on my mom's phone.
Well, tell your mom, give your mom best. And as you can see, Hot Neil is a member of the Black Hole because he has this Black Hole flag over there. Stoffel, good to see you. There you go. Hot Neil's a Black Hole member. There you go, sir. Good to see you. How you doing, Hot Neil?
I'm good, Captain. Oh, I just came to ask you a question, then I let other people come in.
Sir.
Is the Raiders coming to Tampa by any chance?
Is who coming to Tampa?
The Raiders.
They won't be here for at least 7 more years.
Oh, damn.
unless the extra game that they throw, because remember we're on a weird like an extra game schedule. The one extra game that we had a couple years ago, we went to Nolans. Okay, that was the extra game. Okay,
Yeah, I read that.
so unless it's one of those games where they throw the extra game to Tampa before 7 years from now,
Okay.
that's going to be the only time that they do that.
Let me ask you a question. Since you go around the world with the Raiders, how much is a flight from, let's say, from here, from where I am, which is West Palm, to Las Vegas? How much is it?
Partner, I don't know. It all depends on what airline you are on, because again, you can get like Allegiant has cheaper fares, Frontier, if they're still in existence, they have,
I want to be honest. This year, I do want to go to the Raiders game.
right. Yeah.
I really want to go.
Yeah. Just check whatever flights are the cheapest. And, there's like what Travel Odyssey. There's websites where you can go get the cheapest. And sometimes you fly on this airline there, then you fly on another airline back. Sometimes you have to fly on like, what is it? The late night, early or super early mornings, or the midnight flight. So it all depends upon what flight you can get.
Captain, who does your badges?
What badges?
Patches.
Oh, patches. I need to get them. Red Eye. Thanks again, there, Savage. I don't have any more. So the guy, I had the guy who is he has his own stuff.
Have you seen my page that I built on Facebook?
No.
It's Raiders Soldiers #2, number 2.
Okay.
I'm built my own page right there. I got 649 members.
Cool.
So
Okay.
if anybody wants to become a member, just follow my rules.
Okay.
The rule is you must post things about the Raiders, nothing else.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to join, you are welcome to join. Even you too, Captain.
Okay.
You could post your page or anything you want there. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hotnia, I'll let you know that even for TBH here, I don't post on TBH Tampa because it's time, and there's one guy who's dedicated. He keeps the page alive and I give him credit. He's basically the TBH poster. Okay, he posts Raider stuff on the Black Hole TBH Tampa page. And he keeps it going because, again, otherwise, I'm sorry to say, it would probably have zero traction. So I want to thank him for him doing his job.
But I'm just telling, and I'm sorry I announced that in your page right
now.
No,
that's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry, but if anybody wants to join, you're welcome to join. But if
and by the way,
I will kick you out.
I did say this. I said the only person that has a bet with me this year is you. Okay. What was the total though? You had a total of Raider wins.
I said 10 or 11. 10.
Okay, yeah. I know it was high. So okay. Well, from right now we're gonna quantify it. How many wins are you saying that the Raiders win?
I'm saying at least 10 or 11.
Well, you got to pick one.
I'll go for 11, Captain.
Okay. And Ed Winchell is a witness, and everybody that's here is a witness. Okay, can I get a witness? Okay, the witness is Hot Neil said 11. Okay, if the Raiders win 11, I got to get one of my mini helmets, Raider mini helmets. By the way, I got to get one of my mini helmets to present to you.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'm not sure if I have any that are some of them are signed, some of them are not, but you'll definitely get a mini helmet out of the deal. Okay, And
Right.
even if it's not signed, then you can have somebody sign it and you don't have to worry about buying it because they're like what, 35, $40 anymore?
65.
Wow. See, there you go. There you go. They're that expensive.
With the signature and the certificate.
No. See,
No, no, no,
my,
no, 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 no,
oh,
no, no,
oh,
no.
you're saying what the, okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying with the certificate and sign, $300
Phew.
or more. It depends who's the player. Like Bo
Right.
Jackson, a friend of mine has one with Bo Jackson. He paid almost $1,000.
Wow. Okay. That's wacky.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, 11 wins. And so if the Raiders get 11 wins, you're going to get a mini helmet. That's what you win.
real quick, and I want to leave you. Keep me in touch if you have a chance. When I come in your show and you see me coming in, let me know if the player's coming to Florida because I really do want to go over there. Really want
Okay.
to go in, really because a friend of mine, he passed away yesterday, and they were reading the will. Thank you. They were reading the will, and he left me 11 G's. So that's why I want to go to the Raiders game here in Florida.
Okay. Hot Neil,
Out the
please,
money,
please do me a favor.
sir.
Take that $11,000 and get a nice high interest CD.
Oh,
Okay.
sir, you read my mind. You read my freaking mind.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Don't waste it. Get a high interest CD and a long range high, like a 5-year high interest something. Okay.
I was going to tell you, I was going to get a 10-year, but the high interest is, I think, is a 0.75. Is that good?
Is what? 0 point? Well, you want something that actually has something on the front end. Stoffel says invest it. You can invest it. But be sure to invest in something credible.
Yeah, I'm going for CD. I'm not going for stocks because stocks are going down easily now.
Okay. But get something that's going to guarantee you interest.
Okay, Captain. Guys, I love you guys so much. Captain, again, thank you for having me all the time here. From the bottom of my heart, love you, and I will still be following you until the day I'm dead.
Well,
Hey,
hopefully, long way ahead.
hey, even if I'm in heaven, I'll be watching you from heaven.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
And I'll be dropping off to make sure you're safe and nothing happens to you. I'll be your
Thank,
guy.
thank you, Hot Neil. You take care, brother.
Love you, bro.
Love you, brother. That's right. Hot Neil is one of the. He's been watching me forever too. He watched me on Facebook when I did shows with the commish years ago. Hot Neil was on the shows with the commish and I. So Hot Neil goes way back. One of my, he's definitely an OG. Okay. If you want to come into the show, yeah, don't gamble in Vegas. Don't do that. That's just, that's just dumb. Don't gamble in Vegas. Hit the link. I got about 10 minutes. I might even go over. And if somebody comes in, I will go over. But yeah, hit the link. Remember, we had on the Mad Bomber tonight with and he's going to have his pod Fridays. He's going to have his Victory Tuesdays and his what was the Friday name? The Fire Up Fridays or something like that. Follow the Mad Bomber. He has his channel here on YouTube. He has his IG. He has his YouTube, IG. He might have TikTok. I'll answer that question, Ed. You know what? Since she's a skinny bitch from New York, what will we get in a trade for AOC? Hopefully, a better looking Dominican girl. I'd trade AOC for a better looking Latina. She's skinny. Well, she's decent looking, but Oh, and Twitter, yes. Yeah, Stoffel. A Camaro, like the 70, what, like 74, 75 Camaro. Okay, this is Tommy on Moms. With preseason almost done, what do you see as the Raiders' greatest strengths and weaknesses? Okay. Hi, Tommy, on Mom's email. The greatest strength is obviously, and I know you're going to say, the running game is definitely going to be better. And I can say that pretty much easily because our running game sucked so bad last year that at least the running back that we have is going to run over people and run through people. Okay. So if we keep Genty healthy, it'll be better. Okay. That's for sure. The running game is going to be better. The offensive line is going to gel. They're going to become a much better cohesive force. So the greatest, I don't know if it's the greatest strength, but I know that we have a great quarterback. And I will say it. We have a great quarterback. And, we have a better offense for him with a better running game. And the receivers, I like our receivers, but they're going to need to keep building that with Geno. And if Thornton can actually work out, and I like what Johnny said, Thornton is fast and he can catch, but he does need to put on some weight. So are we going to lose a little bit of that speed? He runs a 4.33. Okay. Will he run now if he gets bulkier? Will he run a 4.4? Okay. I'll take a little bit of bulk and him dropping, percentage points. I think we move AFC and get a backup from teams will be cutting their roster and put Miller on the practice squad. Yeah. It does make sense, Ed. I mean, because I think we're gonna move on from AOC 12. We're gonna get something for him. We're not gonna cut him because that would just be because no. We're gonna get something for him, and then we're going to that asset will be employed better, right? So Aiden O'Connell will be, and again the operative word is showcased on the last game. And AOC 12 just needs to he needs to get quicker. He needs to get quicker. And I was gonna say, Ed, who you had the bet with Jimmy Farrell, right? For the 17 games. You had the bet with Jimmy Farrell. What was that, $100? I think it was $100. Power of the Jet, Jimmy Farrell. Yeah. But Dante Thornton, I tell you what, once they get the connection with Thornton, it's going to be like a replay of when Carr used to throw it to Ruggs. I mean, I can say the Mad Bomber LaMonica throwing it to Warren Wells, but I would lose people. Okay, or Kenny throwing it to Cliff Branch. Okay, if you're in there, I can even say Schrader throwing to Willie Galt or swerving Mervin Hernandez, right? I can say that. And if we're going to go like more recent, but not as recent as Carr, I could say Rich Gannon throwing it to, Jerry Porter, because he was our speedster back then. I have Raiders winning 10. Okay. That'd be great. If the Raiders win 10 games, then I think that would make them a playoff team. That means I get extra money on bet. Yep, Warren Wells, the original 81. Now, if we're talking about Trey Hendrickson, The people are saying, that they want a player and a pick. Okay, third round and Kuntz. I'm okay with that. But what are you paying him? What are you paying him? Max makes what, 35 mil a year? Oh, James Jett, of course. Max makes 35 a year. Are you going to overpay him? Are you going to pay him more than Max? No, you're not. So if Max makes 35 and you figure that he's going to make at least 30, Stoffel? Okay, here. I'll put the link back up. We know Queefs can finish third place in Raiders transfer. Yeah, I got you, Bob. That would be great. I'd love to have more wins than Kansas City. There you go, Stoffel. There's the link. Hit the link. And yeah, I guess I'm going over to Stoffel. If you come in, I'm going over 2 hours. You got to come in. Max maybe restructure his contract next year to make that work. And that's fine too. Now, people are saying, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. I like Hendrickson, but he's going to be 31 in December. He's on a 3-year contract, and that means, okay, so it's 25, 26, 27. Like when Angelo was saying, by the time the Raiders can be that team. So, okay, those are the years. So it'd be 31, 32, 33. Is he going to be like Reggie White good at 33, maybe 34? You hope. Would you extend Jacoby Myers before spending on Trey if we get him? Ooh, that's a tough question. Think we get Mr. Hendrickson to team up with Mr. Crosby, any quarterback we play will be in big trouble? Not necessarily. Because and we went over this, we being myself and Peggy Holmes have been on this for a while. If you have a great defensive end on one end and a great defensive end on the other end, that's great because they're great defensive end. And they rush from the outside. And then if you don't have any push in the middle, all the quarterback does is go up the middle. You got to have push in the middle. And if you have Wilson doing that because he's playing better in the middle, great. If you have Pegues doing that, great. If you got Butler doing that, great. If you have even Tonka Hemingway, which is showing a good case for end, you got to have somebody in the middle. Got to have somebody in the middle because if you have two ends, all the quarterback's going to do is just run up a little bit, pop. So if you want to, you got to make sure you got somebody in the middle. Now the Jacoby Myers, that's tough. Oh, I forgot Booker because you were talking about the defensive line that the Eagles. Oh yeah, Adams, Perella, Grady Jackson. Yeah, what are they now? They're almost my age. So I'm 60. So they're at least in their 50s or 60s. Because I don't know if I'm older than them or they're younger. I just know that they're at least in their 50s. Find out how old Sam Adams is and John Perella is and Grady Jackson. And remember, I got bad knees, so I'm sure that they have shitty knees too. Reality check, AK, good to see you, brother. I'm not going to be able to meet you in Philly because I'm not driving up to New England. For those that don't know, I'm going to South Carolina and staying in South Carolina. Then I'm flying to Providence and back to South Carolina, staying a day or two. Then I'm flying to Vegas and back, staying in South Carolina. Then I'm driving, or will be in a vehicle that drives to, that's correct, to Washington, D.C. and back for week 3. And then I am driving home from South Carolina to home, which will save me, gas, yes, but it will save me stress. It'll save me stress. So I'm not going to be able to do that this year, AK. I'm sorry. Maybe, but I will be at the Monday night game. I will be at the Monday night game where the Eagles play the Packers. But maybe we can do something another time. I want to do it. I want to go up the East Coast. I want to hit the Phillies. My God, I want to go to the bank. My grandpa said the middle on defense is the easiest position to learn. He'd like to see Mr. Tossie there because he's never played football before and he's a monster. Okay. I would say that you remember Laki Tossie is playing offensive line now. And he is a monster. But they have him slotted now being an offensive lineman, not a defensive line. I actually thought of those lines, being a defensive person is more react and bulk react. But they have him as a guard who's learning. And God, he's huge and he can manhandle people. Could you imagine if Tossie's that guy? And if, I don't know if JPJ stays a guard or not, but if he becomes that guy who gets in at guard, and Kappa's gone the end of this year, if not now. I don't know. But they're going to have huge guards in the future. And what is it? The guy who's playing left guard now, the kid that played out of Memphis, he's our guard now. He's gotten bigger, and he's playing well. And he actually was bowing up on people to protect the running back in practice this week. So he's there. Is that fucking? Did I just see? Oh my God. Eda W. What's his name? The quarterback. He used to play for the Bucks. He went to the Saints. What's his name? God. Played for Florida State. Yeah, I just saw him in a Giants uniform. Oh my God. Parham. Thank you there, brother. Parham's playing great at left guard. JBJ's playing great at right guard. Okay, Meredith is not playing bad at center. And I want the best 5 out there in the spots that makes the team better. And if Meredith is making the team better with JPJ playing right guard, that's fine. I do know that with Kappa not participating, if he's going to be the swing guard, okay, Natural Born Raiders, blessings to you as well. Jameis Winston, thank you. I just saw him like, God, he's on the Giants too with Russell Wilson. And he's got to be Dart's probably the third stringer, but Jameis Winston is there's somebody that maybe he's available. Definitely not going to be Russell Wilson, but it's the action Dart give the Giants the best chance to win. Maybe he does. There's going to be some people out there. But again, ALC 12 is going to be showcased this weekend. I don't think he makes the roster. I think, oh, Dirty. Okay. I was wondering, like, okay, good to see you, Dirty. Good to see you, brother. It's been a while. Remember, I drove and I got together with Dirty out in California last year. It was so good to see him. Blessings to you as well. I like seeing people. Dirty, are you going to be? Am I going to see you at? I'm not going to LA. Not going to LA. But are you coming to Vegas? Be great. Mode's in the house. Good to see you. Appreciate that. And again, I put the link up if you want to come into the show because I've already gone over 2 hours. You want to come into the show, hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. Otherwise, I'm going to, yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed. Yes, it's 11 o'clock East Coast time. And I have, I have the guys who are finishing the pavers tomorrow. Vegas week 2. Good. I'll see you week 2, brother. Give me a shout. Give me a shout. Be good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, man. Hopefully I will have figured out by then. Oh, can't wait to talk to my doctor. Said, I need medicine that works. I didn't change my diet. I didn't. But when the medicine I had before, I didn't have acid reflux and heartburn. I'm not going to change my diet. The only thing that actually I enjoy, like I said, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't fuck as much as I used to, so I'm going to eat. So anyway, folks, if that's a wrap, that's a wrap, that's a wrap. I appreciate everybody. Remember, the Mad Bomber podcast tomorrow. Look for it. I should have gotten it. I needed to get his fucking what his YouTube channel is. Oh my goodness. Let me see. See if I can find it. Because then I will put down. Okay, let's see here. I got it. Let me go to YouTube. Okay. Mad Bomber YouTube channel. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Mad Bomber Raiders YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. Search. Okay. YouTube. No, that's YouTube. Okay. Damn it. I thought I had it because it showed. Oh my goodness. Okay, it showed my thing on YouTube. Damn it. No, that's not it. I gotta have John go find. Damn it! I should have asked John. Need to get his channel in here. Lunatics pool party. That's where I will be. Then I'm going home with my car. Lunatics pool party. Okay. Send me the info, bro. Send me the info. I gotta get John's YouTube channel. Grateful Mama. Good to see you, honey. I like I said, I don't do requests in the video because I have Instagram here. I got Facebook here. I got YouTube there. Go to YouTube, please, honey. Go to YouTube, please. Because I with 3 screens, I didn't even see that until late. So, yeah, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston might be available. AOC 12 is probably Not going to be a Raider for much longer. So again, I'll say that. Remember, I go to when I know what the channel is, and I should have. Damn it! I should have freaking asked them. I will put the information up on my thing, so you can go see the Mad Bombers show. Okay, so take care, everybody. I will get that channel, and I will put it on mine. So y'all take care. We will see you. Remember, tomorrow on John's premiere, you'll find out who John's brother, what band he plays in. That's a tease. That's a tease. And maybe, wait a second. Maybe if I can, I'll see before I leave. Okay. Okay. What is your YouTube channel? Because I gotta get people. You gotta get. Okay, I just texted him. Oh, that, see, there you go. Fucking A, man. There it is. I have my people here. Your producers, your unofficial producers. Yes, you did look. It's at Mad Bomber Podcast. Go to that at Mad Bomber Podcast. Okay, so I'm going to go there. Go there tomorrow. Thank you there, Savage. I was like, man, I didn't put it. Fuck, I had him on for like an hour and a half. I'm not doing my job. Here. Not doing my job. I'll yell at me. That was stupid of me. Stupid. At Mad Bomber Podcast. Go to the channel tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Go to that. At Mad Bomber Podcast. He's going to be on. He's going to be on during the season. Thank you there, Savage. I appreciate it, brother. I don't have, like I said, Angelo is like a producer. He's a co-host. T3 Tom Jones is going to be in here doing stuff. Yeah, there you go. He's got 20 subs. In fact, I ask everybody right now, go to, and I'm going to put the thing up, at Mad Bomber Podcast. At Mad Bomber Podcast. If I would have had it, I would have already said. So I got to go. I planned on it, but I got to go because I got a sub, so I can be there. I want everybody. There's 12 eyes here. There's 12 eyes here on this channel. Okay. If you're on Instagram, if you're watching, the @ Mad Bomber Podcast on YouTube. Oh God, fuck. Please sub to Johnny's channel. If you're watching on Facebook, at Mad Bomber Podcast, please sub. That's Johnny's channel. And I know it's going to be very entertaining and informative. Very entertaining and informative. So I will do that. So thanks again, folks. Thank you, Savage, for doing that, sir. I was like, fuck, I didn't get that info. That was bad on me. So I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to leave that up at Mad Bomber Podcast. I'm leaving it up. So go tomorrow. Watch the show tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Savage says he's got 20 subs. I'm going to sub, so that's 21. I want to see everybody that's watching the show, please. Everybody that's watching the show, please sub to the Mad Bomber Podcast YouTube channel, please. So if you're watching over here on Facebook, if you're watching over here on Instagram, if you're watching my show now at Mad Bomber Podcast, it's going to be fun. So I'm leaving that up. I'm doing my outro. Remember, tomorrow he will be doing a show. He's so knowledgeable. He's fun. It's great. So, and I appreciate Marcus doing it. I'm like, well, I'm getting fucking pissed off. I'm like, well, it's Johnny Souza. Okay, good. John Wayne just came in here and EMAC Daddy. Good to see you. Like I said, EMAC, okay? I want you to do this, okay? I'm in. Okay, Asa Brown, thank you. Okay, go to at. In fact, I would put it, but I shit. I'm trying. It's at the @ Mad Bomber Podcast on YouTube. On YouTube at Mad Bomber Podcast. That is Johnny's channel. He's doing a show tomorrow. His first show. Gonna be great. Asa, thank you for that. And if you're here, if you subbed while you're still here, please let me know. But that's what you missed. Hopefully Ramel and James Godley and Jamie Ranger Ramey and all you people over there, please go get on the channel. Wow, Mahomes is going to play in the preseason finale. Maybe. Okay, good. Yeah. At Mad Bomber Podcast on YouTube. Ben Woldridge? Okay. I'm leaving, folks. Take care. I'm gonna leave that up there. Tomorrow, Johnny has his first show. It's the premiere show. And it's gonna be every Friday. And was it Fire Up Friday? I might be wrong with what the Friday was, but Fired Up Friday and Victory Tuesdays. And I think I just got his response back. Come on, damn it! I love my phone, but I hate it. Fucked up. I just did at Mad Bomber Podcast. So, it got 22 subscribers. Okay, I will go to Reno tomorrow. Wish me luck. Hey, EMAC, take care of yourself. Don't blow your money on. Well, you're going to Reno. There is a little place in Reno, outside of Reno. And just in case you want to indulge. Just in case you want to indulge. There you go. Wish me luck. Hey, take care of your flying. So I'm going to end the show. I know I've said that for the last 20 fucking minutes. Rafa, hit up that in YouTube. Mad Bomber Podcast. Please hit him up. She's buddy and his fiance. Well, if you're with your buddy and his fiance, they probably are not going to let you go to the place I was talking about. But have fun. Maybe they will. Maybe the fiance will do her thing, and your buddy will do that. Thank you there, Rafa. Hit up the thing, Mad Bomber Podcast. I want to make sure we get. Because Johnny's going to be very entertaining. But yeah, if you're going to Reno, have fun. Yes, there you go. Jimmy G's spot. Yes. That place. I went to the outside of it. And I know you guys are saying bullshit. I got pictures of me on the outside deck. What was the fucking name of it? Bunny Ranch. Okay. Yeah. Bunny Ranch, right? That's the name of it. Bunny Ranch in Reno. I got pictures on the outside. I never went in. I had to make Vegas in a certain amount of time. And by the way, I was on a budget. I admit it. I was on a budget. So, Mad Bomber Podcast. So if you're going to Reno, EMAC, there are things to do. So again, y'all take care. Go over to the Mad Bomber Podcast tomorrow. I can't go to the Bunny Ranch because I might have a Nestle quick. I like that. If I didn't, I want to keep your thing up, but oh my goodness. Nice Nestle quick. I like that. So take care, everybody. We'll see you for the next show. What's today? Today's Thursday, so we'll be back on Sunday. Listen to this. Sunday, there will be a fantasy football draft on this channel. So if you're going to like 9 o'clock when I normally do it, there'll be something on already. It'll be Angelo doing his fantasy draft. I think it starts at 8 o'clock Eastern, I think 5 Pacific. I will be on. I'm just not going to be on at 9. I will allow them to do all of the fantasy draft because there are people who like fantasy drafts, and this is for the Guillotine League that Angelo talks about. And so it's cool knowledge for fantasy football guys. I'm not one of those, but yeah, we'll have it on. So again, take care. We'll see everybody. I'll get you guys in a little bit. I'll be getting you off the show in a little bit. So take care. Thanks again, folks. Remember, tomorrow night, Mad Bomber Podcast. Be well. Take care. I will be there.